Okay, pull up a chair. Today we're going to make chiles rellenos. We're washing the chiles really good. And then we're going to roast them. I roast them over open fire. You can put them on a skillet and roast them that way. Some people put them in the oven, but this is how I normally have done it. And you just want them to get pretty charred on all sides. You don't want them to turn white. You just want them to be charred like this. And then from here, we're going to put them in a plastic bag and kind of keep it sealed. This is something you can make ahead of time, like the night before or hours before. The longer you let them sit in the bag, the easier it's going to be to peel them. So I covered them also, give them a nice little blanket. They all go into the bag and then a little blanket. Night night. Then we're going to cut up some cheese. This is cotija cheese. And we just cut it into wedges. Cotija is kind of like feta, but stronger, firmer, and a little bit stronger. This melts a little rubbery, which I love. You kind of have to get a taste for it. If you don't like cotija, you can use Monterey Jack or Oaxaca cheese. The only thing is those cheeses, because they melt faster, kind of make a mess. But yeah. And this is my holy trinity: the onion, the tomato, the garlic. We're going to use 3 garlic cloves, half of the onion and the whole tomato. And this is for the soup. I make my chile relleno with the soup. Some people don't. And then since I have 4 chilies, I'm using 3 eggs. So I'm just pureeing everything together here, peeling it, and you'll see I puree it, and then I'm going to cook it a little bit and then add water. So now I'm going to peel the skins off of the chili, and unlike with the salsa recipe, I discard all that charred goodness. I then poke a hole in the chili so I can stuff it with the cheese. I try to get the veins off. It just depends on how they smell. If they smell like they're spicy, I try and get the veins out, and then I try and get all the seeds off. And here we go, cutting. Please be careful when you're cutting so you don't cut your fingers. And then I like to stuff them so that they lay flat, and the reason I do that is so that when you're cooking them, it's they're more uniform when they cook on each side. You don't have like a ball you're trying to cook through. So stuffing them all, and then while that's cooking or ready, I'm going to saute the tomato, onion, garlic mix. And I sauteed a little bit, add some salt, and let it cook down a little bit. And then I'm going to add water to this, and that's going to be the soup. Ooh, the spoon fell. Did you see it? Okay, but I saved it. Adding salt. And then if you want to add a little chicken bouillon, you can certainly do that as well. Mixing. And then this little broth is what I put my chiles rellenos in. You don't have to do this part. This is how I've always served them. So it's your choice. See, here's the water. We're going to let it boil. We don't put not the tomatoes. We don't put the chilies in until it's boiling. And then we're just going to make the egg part here, separating them. We're going to do the egg whites until you can form peaks. And then from there, you can add in the yolks if you would like. So here we go, just separating the eggs. So much fun. That was kind of sarcasm. Who edited this? This could be a little shorter. Anywho, so we're going to whisk. I think it probably took like 5 minutes. I don't remember exact timing, but you'll see it if you just keep whisking. And then it's going to form the peaks once you see it looking like this. See, there you go, peaks. And then this is where you can add in the egg yolks. You can add in 1 or 2 or all of them. I chose to add in all of them because we don't like to waste any food. So now I'm getting ready to heat up the oil so I could cook the chiles rellenos. And here's the secret. I used to dredge them into flour and then into the egg mix, but now I just make little cloud beds with the egg, and then I put the jalapenos or the chilies, the poblanos, right on top, and then I cover them with a little bit of a blanket, and then you'll see I just flip them from here. To me, I just found this was easier than dredging them through the flour and then through the egg, and your hands get all messy or messier. And then you don't want to put too many in the pan. You want to give them a little bit of space, a little elbow space, right? That way you can turn them a little bit easier. And I don't remember what I was saying there, but I'm sure I will cover that. And then I just hold it a little bit and flip it over, and look at that, beautiful. The next one did not go so well, so sometimes it's good. See, look at that. But you can flip it over one more time and then it'll be just fine. Nobody will know the difference. Once it's cooked through, maybe like 4 minutes total, 2 and 2, I just put them in the little soup. See, flipped it over. Nobody will know the difference or care, really. And then we'll do the same with the rest of the jalapenos, or keep saying jalapenos, the poblanos. That's what they are. These happened to be super mild. They had no heat at all. It was kind of like eating jalapeno or bell peppers, but still delicious because they have a poblano taste. And then what I do when I have leftover egg is I will make the little clouds for my cheese, and I put that in the sauce as well. And I think that's my favorite part sometimes. So same thing, make the little cloud beds, and then just put the cheese right on top, and then flip it over, and then you can put those in the sauce as well. So see, to me this is a lot easier than dredging them through, and then my hands don't get so messy. That one was hot. They're all hot. There we go. We're flipping. Oh, that one got away. So I've been letting them cook probably like 10-15 minutes. You want to let them cook so that the cheese starts to melt on the inside, because it is a little bit harder cheese. You probably want to let them cook more. If you use the Monterey Jack or Oaxaca, you could probably let them cook a little bit less. And there you go. Provecho. Enjoy.